Hello, students, and welcome to the Orange County Department of Education College and Career Fair. We are so excited to have you here this evening. We have some great institutions that are presenting. As a reminder, your camera and microphone are turned off, so panelists cannot see or hear you. You can ask questions at any time using the Q&A button. Sign up for more sessions. This is just one of the many that are available, and a recording of this will also be available at strivescan.com/CSOI. My name's Mackenzie. I'm going to be facilitating today, and let's get things kicked off. The first institution that we have presenting is Hawaii Pacific University.
All right, mahalo, Kenzie. I appreciate it. I'm going to share my screen and get started here. Aloha, everyone. My name is Michael Taylor from Hawaii Pacific University. I'm the Associate Director, and I'm actually based here in Orange County as well. Hawaii Pacific University is Hawaii's largest private nonprofit university. We are not big by California standards, about 5,000 students, so it's a great size. We're a 16-to-1 student faculty ratio, average class size of 17. We have over 50 programs of study here at HPU. We are ranked #1 in diversity amongst private colleges in the United States. Our students at HPU represent all 50 states in about 70 different countries. So you get a little bit of everything with our students here at HPU. What you're looking at is our location. We are on the beautiful island of Oahu. We are located right in downtown Honolulu, about halfway between the airport and Waikiki. The Aloha Tower Market is the heart of our campus downtown, which is what you see there next to the Aloha Tower. And in a true urban campus style, we work out of different buildings in the downtown area. So you really are in the political, cultural, financial hub of the state. It's very walkable. You don't need a car to go to school here. I wouldn't recommend it. If you're going to be in a major city, you can't ask for a better one than Honolulu. We are constantly ranked as one of the happiest, one of the healthiest, one of the friendliest cities in the United States, as well as one of the safest. We have an average temperature of about 77 degrees year round and an average water temperature of about 74 degrees year round. And on Oahu, you are never more than 20 minutes from a beach. And we are talking some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. At HPU, we believe that students learn by doing, so very hands-on education, very experiential. We have a guaranteed internship program for our students, and all of our classes are taught by professors, not teaching assistants or grad assistants. So your professors get to know you. What are your academic goals? What are your professional goals? We were founded in the liberal arts tradition. We have a lot of great programs there. We have also some of our largest programs include business as well as nursing. We have our own research institute for the marine sciences, so a great place for marine biology, oceanography. We have environmental sciences, environmental studies. We have some engineering programs here at HPU that we offer, a great film program. Anything with an international focus is great here as well. And we work very well with our undeclared students too. If you're looking for an extra academic challenge, we have a residential honors program. We have Scholars Program, which is a living and learning cohort for first-year students for marine sciences, for nursing, and for business as well. Outside of the classroom, we have a lot of clubs and organizations, student life, activities, student government. We were the first school in Hawaii to offer esports. We have campus recreation, intramural sports. We are D2 athletics, the NCAA PacWest Conference. Our students study abroad at over twice the national average. We have almost 300 programs in about 70 different countries. For any seniors joining us today, we are taking applications currently. We have a very holistic application review process. We're looking at the whole student. Other than nursing, our programs are not impacted, and we're pretty flexible when it comes to that admissions process. We normally charge a $45 application fee, but there is a fee waiver for anyone that attends our presentation. That fee waiver code is down there at the bottom. We are test optional for at least the next 2 years. So we're not currently requiring the SATs or the ACTs. And if you apply, we like to have 2 letters of recommendation and a personal statement. Students that apply by November 15th do get highest consideration for admission. And if you apply by November 15th, you will get your decision by January 1st. Currently, as a private university, we don't charge in-state or out-of-state tuition. Our current tuition is just under $30,000 a year. If you're coming to us from California, don't stress about that number. You won't pay that, and I will tell you why at the next slide. Cost of housing in Hawaii at HPU averages about between $14,000 to $20,000 a year. When you apply for admission, you're automatically going to be considered for our scholarships. And right now, what we do for California students is our California match commitment. So any student that comes to HPU from California, we guarantee that you won't pay more than the UC's in-state tuition with fees for the 4 years that you're here. That ends up at just under $14,000 a year. It is not combinable with our merit scholarships. but it is better than our merit scholarships, and it is automatic. You don't have to apply to a UC or be accepted to a UC. You just have to be admitted to HPU and be coming to us from a California high school. And it qualifies all 4 years for any of our programs with the exception of nursing. There are some additional scholarships that students can audition for talent, or if you qualify for any athletic scholarships as well. But I'm going to put a QR code up here. If you would like to get some more information from us here at HPU, feel free to hold your camera, your cell phone camera up to that. That'll bring up our registration form. I work with all of our students in California, so you can reach me. My email, my phone number is here. Please let me know if you would like more information or if you have any questions. For that, mahalo nui loa, aloha, and I will hand it off to our neighbors at Hawaii Tokai University.
Thank you so much, Michael. And as you said, up next, we have Hawaii Tokai International College.
Hi, thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. All right, can everyone see the presentation? Yeah. Okay, so Hawaii Tokai International College, we are located in Kapolei on the west side of Oahu. So HPU is in downtown Honolulu. We are about 30 minutes to the west. Here are some photos of our beautiful new campus. We are an accredited 2-year junior college in Hawaii. We have all new dorms and buildings and facilities. And our classes and curriculum are taught in English, but we have a strong international presence, particularly from Japan. So it's the best of both worlds here. So let's go over 7 reasons why Hawaii Tokai International College may be the perfect fit for you. 1 would be our unique international experience. 2 is the small class sizes. 3 is our affordable study abroad programs. 4 is our student life. 5, you can earn your associate's degree in as little as 15 months and graduate with a specific concentration or certification. 6, you can save financially with our term system and our scholarships. And 7, you can transfer to a 4-year college in Hawaii, Oregon, elsewhere in the US, or even abroad. So firstly, the international experience. Like I mentioned before, a lot of our students are here from Japan learning in English. However, we do have students also from China, Russia, Colombia, and other places, and of course, here from Hawaii. And you can really build those connections that can help you for a lifetime and even in your career. We have students that want to eventually move abroad or study abroad and work abroad. And this can just be like a great place to hone your language skills and just make those friendships as well. To our small class sizes, we're a really small college of 130 students total, and each of our classes have about 12 students each, so you really get that personalized attention. We also have 3 phenomenal study abroad programs. 1 would be in Japan with Tokai University, who we're affiliated with. The 2nd would be in Korea, and the 3rd in China. So our Japan study abroad, again, is at Tokai University. In Shonan, in Korea, we have an agreement with Hanyang University in Seoul, Korea. And then our Chinese study abroad is at Shenzhen University. Fourthly, our student life is a lot of fun. We have sports clubs, music clubs, hula, Japanese tea ceremony, visual media, newsletter clubs, and we're such a small school, you can start your own club. We also have field trips and shuttles that take you to different locations on the island. And we also have student events and yoga and things like that that go on in our auditorium. So, like I mentioned earlier, you can earn your associates in liberal arts in as little as 15 months as opposed to 2 years. And you can complete all of your general education classes in this small environment before transferring to a 4-year college. Our 4 concentration tracks are Business Foundations, East Asian Studies, Hospitality and Tourism, and Peace Studies. And concentrations are great for your resume and job hunting to show your skills, interests, and talents. 6, college is affordable with our term system. Our tuition is $3,600 a term. However, you only have to do 5 terms as opposed to 4 semesters. So you graduate in 15 months instead of 2 years. And we also have generous merit-based scholarships that can lower your tuition even more. So here are 2 of the scholarships that we have. One is our Gateway Scholarship and the other is the Global Citizen Scholarship. After Tokai, you can transfer to a different college or university. We have articulation agreements actually with HPU, for example, University of Hawaii, Chaminade, and the University of Oregon. So if you're interested in the Hawaii or Oregon, we have an articulation agreement, which means they definitely accept our transfer credits. However, students also transfer to other places as well, and generally, their credits are accepted. So here are some of the places our students have gone to. So you can see it's all over, including the UK, Japan, Australia, Canada, and Korea. So here's a QR code and my email, admissions@tokai.edu. Yeah, I just urge you, if you have an interest in an international experience or studying in Hawaii, to consider applying for HTIC. You can really make great lifelong friendships here and study in a small environment before transferring to another college. So thank you for your time.
Thanks, Marissa. We are now going to turn it over to Reed College.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to quickly share my screen. There we go. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Gabri, and I am an admission counselor here at Reed. I am also a very recent Reed alum. I just graduated this past May, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys a bit about Reed. So I think the first question we should definitely answer is, what is Reed? And so Reed is a small private liberal arts college in Portland, Oregon. We are in Portland proper, so we're within the city limits. We're only about a 6 to 7 minute drive from downtown and some of Portland's most popular neighborhoods. But the area right around our campus is pretty residential and quiet. We're surrounded by a lot of houses and across the street from a rhododendron garden. So it's nice that you have the best of both worlds of, the quieter area of campus and the ease of access of the, hustling and bustling center of downtown. Something that's really important here on campus is community, and I think Reed is really good about providing access to community all across the campus. We have over 90 student clubs on campus, so it's super easy to get involved. And I think that is a pretty impressive number of clubs, considering we have a fairly small student body at 1,500 students. And our students are actually coming from all 50 states and 44 different countries. So for a relatively small campus, I think we have a great amount of geographic representation here on campus. I think the question then definitely becomes, what brings people to Reed? And I would say that a lot of people find their home at Reed because they want to be around other people who like to learn and they like to learn themselves. Reed is definitely going to challenge you to ask critical questions, challenge your own ideas and perspectives, and really give you the opportunity to have a front row seat in your education. Most of our classes here are very much discussion-based classrooms. So what that looks like is you sitting around a table with your classmates and professor, all working together as a team to unpack the content for the day. So what that means is you really have so much power in the classroom to shape and mold that classroom experience to look like whatever you want it to look like, because you get to participate in the conversation and bring up the questions that you want to bring up. It is incredibly rare for a professor to stand in front of the classroom and present ideas or lecture at you. So everyone is really working towards that common goal of gaining more knowledge. In terms of our average class size, we have an average class of around 17 students. We actually cap our classes so that we maintain those small class sizes because we want everyone to feel comfortable participating in that conversation. We also keep it pretty casual here on campus, so we don't call our professors professor or doctor, you call them by their first name. And I think that definitely contributes to a senior scholar and junior scholar relationship. because your professors are going to be so interested in your thoughts and ideas and want to get your perspective on their thoughts and ideas. Speaking a bit more about professors, it is a 9-to-1 student to faculty ratio, so you will definitely know your professors very, very well and certainly not be a nameless face in the crowd. If I were to share, I think one cool fact about our campus is that we do have a nuclear reactor here on campus. I will pause to say it is only powerful enough to run a microwave, so the campus and students, no one is in any danger, but it is entirely student run and operated. And to work there, you actually have to go through a year-long licensing program that is an official US government program that gives you a license to run and operate a nuclear reactor anywhere in the country. And I believe it's good for 6 years. And our nuclear reactor actually produces the most women and gender minority nuclear reactor operators in the entire country. So we're really saying, you know, like anyone can do this and all students are welcome to be involved. In terms of our financial aid, we meet 100% of demonstrated need. So what that means is whatever the difference is between what your family can afford to pay for college and Reed's sticker price, we're covering that difference 100%. Our financial aid packages are made primarily of Reed grant money, so free money, don't have to pay it back, a small work study package, and a small amount of loan. Some great news about loans here is students actually graduate from Reed with the least amount of loan debt out of any other college in the Pacific Northwest. So we are really working hard for you to be able to get on campus and enjoy college and not be stressed about affording for college. Our financial aid actually transfers over for study abroad. So everyone is able to study abroad if they want to, and you will never pay more to study abroad than you do at Reed. Some other good news for application, it is free to apply, so no application fee, and we are test blind, so you do not need to submit your SAT or ACT scores to us whatsoever. They will not be considered in your admission decision. And that's kind of all I have to share with you guys. I'm going to put all my information in the chat, and it was really nice getting to chat with you guys.
You as well. Thank you so much. And up next, we have Western Oregon University.
Awesome, everyone. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Hi, everyone. So my name is Itzel Venegas Trujillo. I'm an admissions counselor here at Western Oregon University. So Western Oregon University was founded in 1856. We're the oldest public university in Oregon. We're located in Monmouth, Oregon, in the heart of the Willamette Valley. We're located about 20 minutes from Salem, our state's capital, and about 75 minutes from Portland, our state's cultural hub. We're a small public university. We have around 4,500 students, undergraduate students, making our average class size around 19 to 22, and our student to faculty ratio about 15-to-1. Our admissions requirements are pretty simple. We're looking for a first-year student to have at least a 2.75 minimum GPA, have completed or will complete 4 years of English, 3 years of math, including Algebra 2, 3 years of science, 3 years of social science, and 2 years of the same second language with a C- or better. Take note that past grades due to COVID-19 will be accepted for students who meet our requirements. If you're thinking of transferring over after going to community college, we're looking for a transfer student with a 2.25 cumulative college GPA and at least 36 transferable quarter credits or 24 transferable semester credits. Pretty simple, right? One of the main questions we receive from students is, can I afford to go to Western Oregon? And our simple answer is yes, you can afford it. More than 80% of our students receive some form of financial aid. Along with that, we also offer a reduced out-of-state tuition rate, which is what we call the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program. For those of you who do not know, Western Oregon University is part of the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program, or the WUI. This program allows us to automatically give all students from Western states that you see on the screen a discount, a reduced tuition rate. The tuition and fees for students who reside in this WUI state is projected to be around $14,500 a year. Since WUI tuition is based on your residency status, any and all major and minor programs are eligible for the tuition reduction. More good news, WUI also allows you to stack on all your school funds with your WUI tuition rate, so you're not missing out on any money going towards college, like merit-based scholarships, need-based scholarships, diversity-based scholarships, athletic-based scholarships, and so much more. Here you will see our projected tuition rates for the next academic year for Oregon students, WUI Texas students, and non-residents. As you can see for the room and board, you're looking around $11,000 a year based on a standard double room and common meal plan. Please take note that tuition and fees estimates for undergraduate students are based on 50 credits 15 credits per fall, winter, and spring terms. Actual tuition billing may vary based on the number of credits you're taking and any associated course fees. Now on what to study at WU. Here at Western Oregon, we offer several bachelor's degrees. We have the Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Fine Arts, with over 50 majors and minors to choose from within our College of Education, College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, and pre-professional studies. Students are able to find their passions to achieve academic success. Notable programs include business, criminal justice, psychology, teaching education. We have computer science, exercise science, biology, pre-nursing, as well as American Sign Language studies and interpreting theory. Please note that here at WU, we do not have any impacted majors. Another big topic is housing here at Western Oregon. We have several options types of housing, which include doubles, singles, suite style, and live-learn communities. For first-year students, we do have a one-year live-in requirement. As a result, Western Oregon provides up to 4 residence halls primarily designed for first-year living experiences with residential assistants equipped to help students through their first year at Western Oregon. Along with that, we offer a lot of opportunities to stay active, stay involved, and receive a lot of student support. Here at WU, we have NCAA Division II athletics. We have 6 women's sports as well as 6 men's sports. We do provide partial athletic scholarships. So if you're interested, please let us know and we can point you in the right direction. Along with our sports, we have over 60 clubs and organizations on campus for students to learn leadership skills and pursue their passions. WU students are involved in many different organizations, including social action clubs, LGBTQ groups, cultural-based organizations, creative arts groups, and so much more. From that, we at Western Oregon strive to offer many services in which students can reach academic success. Need help with classwork, academic advice, or looking for career advice? Then we have you covered. Our academic advisors within the Student Success and Advising Center are equipped to help advise students in exploring different majors and choosing the best fit for you. We provide free academic tutoring within many areas, including computer science, math, science, writing, and so much more. Students are able to take advantage of additional support services from our Student Enrichment Program, our Office of Disability Services, and multicultural student services and programs. For those students who seek career advice apart from their faculty or academic advisor, you can find assistance through the Service Learning and Career Development Center with career counseling, help with graduate school applications, hands-on experience like those of community internship programs, on-campus jobs, and alternate break programs. Ready to apply? If so, we only need you to submit our own WU online application and submit our official transcripts from your schools. Right now, we are waiving the application fee, therefore it is free to apply. With that being said, we are on rolling admissions, meaning we do not have a deadline to apply. However, our priority soft deadline is January 15th for scholarship purposes. Please note that if you do not meet our minimum requirements, that's okay. We're willing to work with you one-on-one through the process and may ask for additional documents to complete your admissions application, like a personal statement or a letter of recommendation. In a nutshell, here at WU, we pride ourselves in being inclusive, accessible, and affordable, committed to student success and their well-being. Here's my contact information in case you would like to contact me afterwards to talk about how WU can help you with your journey to higher education. I will also be putting my information on the chat, so if you have any questions, please let me know. Feel free to screen grab the QR code to join our contact list today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. And up next, we have Southern Oregon University.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. My name is Ian from Southern Oregon University, and hopefully you can see my screen at this point. It's a gorgeous little shot, aerial shot of campus in the fall. This is pretty much what it looks like right now for the next few weeks or so. So definitely a pretty, and as you can see, mountainous environment. So as far as where we're located, we are down in the southern part of the state of Oregon, about 10 minutes from the California border. So easily accessible by the 5 freeway. We're the first exit when you get into Oregon. And there's also direct flights into the Medford International Airport from the cities that you see on the map. You can catch a flight with Delta, United, American, Alaska, Allegiant, and fly directly into Medford. And that's about 20-25 minutes from our campus. The valley where we're located is called the Rogue Valley, and it's the 4th largest metro area in the state of Oregon with a little over 200,000 people. So definitely not that small of an area. You can find most all of your big city amenities. As far as the climate is concerned, because we are so far south, we don't have your typical Northwest weather. Throughout the year in the summer, we'll average in the low 80s, but we will get up to 100 a few times in the summer. And in the winter, we still make it up into the high 40s, low 50s on most days. So it's a pretty livable 4-season environment. As far as rain is concerned, we also have a lot less of that than the rest of the state. We average about half the amount of rain that you're going to find in Portland and other northern areas within the state. We do get about 4 inches of snow per year. That's usually in 1 or 2 snowstorms. So it usually melts off within a day or two. So you don't have to deal with living in the snow all winter. But we do have a mountain right behind us called Mount Ashland, which has a ski resort on it. So if you want to go play in the snow, it's only about 20 or 30 minutes away from campus. So best of both worlds, as far as I'm concerned, for winter activities. All right, mind the shaky camera here. This is actually a video I took of riding my bike through campus, but I thought it would give you a good idea of what campus looks like. We do have about 5,500 total enrollment on our campus. So we're a smaller public four-year university. Average class size is just about 21. So you're going to have faculty teaching every class. We don't have any grad students or TAs teaching classes. So the classroom environment is actually a little bit more similar to a private liberal arts university. 3.3 is the average GPA of our admitted students. We are looking for a minimum of a 2.5 unweighted high school GPA for admission. 2.25 if we have any transfer students in the group. We do have about 40 majors and over 100 other areas of study, 4 residence halls, and men's and women's sports that compete in the NAIA. Most of them finish in the top 25 nationally, and we do have scholarships available for athletes. Also, there's over 100 clubs and organizations on campus for students to get involved with. Here is a list of our majors. This does not include all of our minors, graduate programs, certificates, and micro-credentials. Some of our most popular majors, no shocker, are things like business, psychology, communications. Those are going to be your popular majors at most universities. We're really well known for the arts, especially for theater and music, things like digital media, digital cinema. And we've also added some cool programs lately like outdoor adventure leadership and sustainability. So we do have programs that run the full gamut at Southern Oregon. We also just added an esports minor. So we're trying to get students prepared for that business side of the esports industry, as well as an esports competitive club team. So I mentioned housing a little bit earlier. We do have 4 residence halls on campus. Most of our first year students are going to be living in these 2 buildings you see in the upper left, Shasta and McLaughlin Hall. They were built just about 5 years ago, so they're really new and modern. Every room has high-speed internet, cable television, laundry is included. Right next to these facilities, we also built a brand new dining hall at the same time. So there's about 6 or 7 made-to-order food stations in that dining hall. We also have a dining hall in our student union, as well as 2 sandwich shops and coffee shops on our campus. We built this brand new recreation center a couple years ago, great multi-purpose gym, elevated indoor track, lots of workout equipment. There's a climbing wall back here as well. And our esports gaming lounge is also located in here. So anybody that's into video gaming, we got that brand new facility there with some pretty slick Alienware computers, nice equipment. All right, we are like Western, a Western undergraduate exchange school, and we will automatically award the WUI tuition rate to all students from a participating state. And that includes everything from the Dakotas, Colorado, New Mexico, all the way out west to Alaska and Hawaii. Also includes the territories like Northern Mariana Islands, Guam, and also American Samoa for us. In addition to the Western undergraduate exchange tuition rate, if you're from one of those states, we'll automatically award you a merit scholarship if you have above a 3.0 high school GPA. Honors college students that have 3.5 or higher and admitted to the honors college will get an additional $2,000. And then there's a bunch of other scholarships from our Southern Oregon scholarship application. Okay, here's my contact information. If you'd like more information, you can definitely send me an email, give me a phone call, or scan that QR code there to get on our mailing list, or go to the Request Info website. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks, Ian. And last but not least, we have Pacific University, Oregon.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, my name is Ryan Garcia. I'm a director of admissions here at Pacific University. I actually did attend Pacific myself. I came in personally thinking I would major in chemistry, changed my mind, went into econ, liked econ, but changed my mind again, went into political science, picked up a double major in Spanish from my junior year studying and living in Spain, and I was still able to graduate in 4 years, double major, and changing my mind. So I bring up my experience because it does kind of encompass Pacific as a whole. Big picture, we offer over 65 different academic programs here at Pacific. And we encourage students to be in multiple areas at the same time. Really encourage you to take minors, double majors, anything else. One thing that's unique is, like other colleges, we offer no in-state or out-of-state tuition here, as well as we aren't charging you by the credit hour. So it can actually cost you the same amount, whether you're taking 3 classes or 4 classes. So you might as well add a little bit of different stuff onto there too. Our students are also well-versed outside of the classroom with lots of different activities. We do have lots of different things to be involved in with, and on average, students are involved in more than 4 groups on campus, whether that's sports or academic clubs or something similar there. A friend of mine, actually, he really tried to go into different areas, and they actually had a scholarship to play the French horn in the orchestra. They are now an occupational therapist, and they also set a school record in high jump for the track team too. So you can really be involved in all those areas that you're really interested in. All of that can be done within 4 years. We do actually offer a 4-year graduation guarantee, where we guarantee you'll graduate in 4 years, or we will actually pay the rest of your tuition. So obviously we don't really want to pay the tuition, so we make sure that you're out the door in 4 years and moving on into your career that we prepared you for. Some of the rankings and such down here on the bottom, but my favorite one is we're one of the top 25 colleges with the best professors. That ranking really comes from you getting to really know your faculty. Every single class is taught by a professor, never a TA or a graduate assistant or anything like that. And you're going to get to really know them and develop close personal connections. You also have the opportunity to do research with them in a lot of different areas, and sometimes work for them and get paid to assist them with a lot of that research too. So you're really growing closer with these faculty members that are going to help you understand your career trajectory with life after college. One thing I always like to highlight is that at Pacific, we really do want to make sure that you're exploring your interests outside of academics. So again, really making sure you're involved in everything that you want to do. We do have over 70 clubs on campus and 10 performing arts groups, including we do run a luau here at Pacific, and it's the largest student-run luau on the mainland. It includes a lot of times the entire football team and everything else too. About a third of the student body is involved in athletics with 24 varsity sports, several intramural and club sports as well beyond that. And then another big chunk is involved in outdoor pursuits. This is a group activity where you can go whitewater rafting, sea kayaking, rock climbing, all kinds of different adventures, all put on by the department here at the university. As far as where we're located, we are just outside of Portland, Oregon. So we are actually in Washington County. We're the only 4-year university located in the county. This is where Nike has a worldwide headquarters, Columbia Sportswear, Dean Rainey Bats. It's also deemed the Silicon Forest instead of Silicon Valley. So you have Solar World, Genentech, 5 Intel campuses, SurveyMonkey, and a whole bunch of other major companies as well have smaller offices here too. And so it really provides a lot of opportunity for your life after college, especially with internships. We really promote internships here at Pacific, including we have a director of internship placement specifically for College of Business students, another one specifically for College of Education students, and then a whole team that works with our arts and sciences students to really facilitate the different nuances of graphic design versus research and such like that too. So really developing those connections nearby really help you get those jobs as soon as you're graduating. As far as how to apply to Pacific, we are on the Common App, so pretty easy to submit, and we are completely free now on the Common App, so it won't cost you any money. We will need a letter of recommendation and high school transcript, but we are now test score optional, so you have the option to send us your SAT or ACT scores. I do recommend getting that application in early just because November 1st is our early action deadline. And then later on in the process, we'll be telling you about May 1st being kind of our unofficial deadline to get a decision and move forward from there. Big thing always is scholarships though. So at Pacific, every single student, every single application that we review, we go ahead and look and see if we can offer an academic merit scholarships. These are unlimited. So we have between $15,000 and $27,000 per student per year that we can award. And these are locked in for all 4 years, as long as you stay in good academic standing, which means full-time 2.0, don't cheat. So pretty easy there. Also, the other one I really want to highlight is our senior preview scholarship days. These are running right now just about every Friday, some Saturdays, some are virtual and some are in person. All of them give you the chance to earn $1,000 per year on top of anything else that you're able to earn just by attending, touring campus, hearing from current students, hearing from faculty, and everything else there too. So I'll go ahead and put my contact info in the chat right now, but if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out, or you can scan the QR code there for an inquiry card. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Well, thank you all as well. It looks like we do have a little bit of extra time. So if you could turn your cameras back on and just go in the order that you presented. Speaking as a representative for your school, what advice would you give someone going through the college process?
Yes, well, I would give the advice to definitely keep an open mind, look at your out-of-state options, get beyond kind of those schools that you grow up hearing about. And you might find that the college you're looking for is that ended up being a great fit for you might not have been where, you know, a lot of your friends went. So I tell students just that, keep an open mind.
Yeah, I love that. That's great advice. I would say, you know, don't be afraid to ask questions too. Like, we're all here, you know, these admissions officers at various colleges you may be interested in. Just don't be afraid to ask any questions you may have about what it's like to be there. And, you know, we're here to help you.
I second all of that, and I would say that this is for personal statement or any supplemental essay questions that you might have to answer. This is some advice that was given to me when I was applying to college, and I just think it was great advice. So whenever you are approaching those personal statements or supplemental essay questions, I think it's great if the approach should be that if you were to print out those essays, drop them on the ground, and it didn't have your name on it, someone who knows you really, really well should be able to pick up that essay, read it, and be like, wow, I know exactly whose essay this is. And that can sound like an overwhelming goal or benchmark to meet, but all it really means is be yourself, because that's really all we're trying to do is get to know you as best we can. So be genuine, be yourself. And I just thought that was some nice advice I was given.
Yeah, I would echo everyone's advice, but I would also add, don't just contact us as admissions counselors, but contact your financial aid counselors, academic advisors within your schools, because we're ultimately there to help you out through the FAFSA process, through through choosing classes, maybe figuring out what classes are available out there that are going to interest you. So we are super friendly. I hope we're not too intimidating, but we're here to help you through the process. And so we are the first stepping stone as admissions counselors or admissions advisors, but we can definitely get you in contact with everyone else to make sure that you're getting, you know, the right information, you're the good fit for us, as well as, you know, get in contact with professors, maybe students that have the same interests or the same major that you're potentially wanting to talk to or study. So we're here to help you. We're here your first step, and don't be afraid to ask questions. You know, don't be afraid to contact people. We're super awesome and we love to help students.
I would say pay attention to deadlines and do everything early. We know you're super busy, personal lives, school lives, work, and things stack up. Give yourself a little treat for every week that you can beat a deadline. Just, it's no fun to be under the deadline there and having to do things quickly and rushed. So again, a little treat for every week that you beat a deadline.
Definitely second everything everyone has said, but I think a big one I want to mention is definitely taking notes if you're visiting campuses. I know it's sometimes easy to think that you can tell everything apart, but as someone who grew up in Southern California, lived in Southern Oregon, and now work outside of Portland, all of our campuses start to look like brick buildings with a lot of trees. So definitely keeping notes to try to keep them straight in your mind will help you with your decision as you move further along the process.
Great advice from everyone. And for my personal favorite question, what is one thing that you want students to remember about your school?
Well, about Hawaii Pacific, I mean, definitely location. Going to school in Hawaii is very much like going to school in another country, even though you're still in the United States. It's extremely diverse, they're very rich in culture. And I think of Oahu as kind of a microcosm of the rest of the world. We have, you know, a lot of the challenges that the world is dealing with right now, we've been dealing with for generations in Hawaii. And so it's just a good place to learn and to be a student.
Yes, definitely second all the wonderful things about Hawaii. I'm born and raised here, so I love it here. And yeah, I think the unique thing about HTIC is just how many students we have from abroad, particularly Japan. And that's just a great opportunity, even if you don't speak Japanese, but you're just interested in East Asian culture or an international experience. That would probably be the most memorable thing to take away about our school, that this is a great opportunity to make those friendships and have that experience.
I would say that I want you to take away that Reed is really good about combining what can be the seriousness of like academia and education with a lot of creativity and playfulness, and really encouraging students to kind of like think outside the box in the classroom, design their own essays and projects so that they can, you know, focus on whatever they want to focus on. So really total creative freedom in the classroom here.
For us at Western, one of the things to remember is that we are a small public university, right? So professors will know your name. They will know that you may or may not go to your classes, right? And they'll check up on you. And that's one of the things that really make us unique, is the fact that you are not just a number, like a lot of universities have said. It's you are a person here, and you will not just make a mark in the world, but you'll physically make a mark on our campus. Because as you matriculate your first few days here, you will put your name on one of our sidewalks, and you will do a ceremony where at the end, when you're graduating, you will walk through, you know, that very same spot where you put your mark on our campus. So you'll see the whole, everything comes around in a cycle. So we are the first step, and you're an individual that we want to make sure that you're not just academically successful, but personally successful as well.
Because Southern Oregon University is a smaller public university without national name brand following, doesn't mean that we don't have all of the same sort of opportunities that those larger, well-known universities have. And we're also going to have, it's going to be easier for you to access all of those sorts of opportunities, because there's not going to be as much competition among other students to get involved. So smaller university, easy to get involved with, lots of cool amenities.
I think my big thing about Pacific is always flexibility. So when you're coming in the door, you're not necessarily stuck in whatever area of interest you say you want to study day one. You can always move around quite a bit, and we try to give you all that freedom and really explore all of your different options. We're technically known nationally for all of our different health professions, but students come in for health professions, change into business, into psychology, into all different areas as they go through the process. And really, it's those internships here in the local area that help you decide what your career path is going to be.
Thank you, everyone. And real quick, for our last question, what is one myth that you would like to debunk on the college admissions process?
One myth is that students think it's so hard to get into college, but as I said, keep an open mind, look at your options, and about 70% of the universities in the United States will admit 70% of their applicants. So just, you know, look at your options.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, where you're thinking of maybe going to, what you think you want to study, what experience you want to have is definitely not too far out of reach for you. Like several of us mentioned, I forgot to mention it myself, but we don't require the SAT or ACT either. You know, there's a lot of things that maybe with college admissions may seem really overwhelming, maybe not particularly that, but you will find so many colleges as options that would love to have you. And it can, yeah, not be as overwhelming. I mean, I remember it was overwhelming at the time, but you know, you will get through it. You will find the right fit for you, and that college will be very lucky to have you.
Let's see. I think a myth that I'd like to debunk is that I think often people can be scared by like the price of small private liberal arts colleges, but I would definitely say like get into contact with people's financial aid offices. A lot of times it's going to be a lot more affordable than you might expect it to be. And I think just like Reed in particular is good at giving good financial aid.
Yes, definitely echo all that. I was gonna say it's no longer expensive to go out of state. So definitely check out all the options out there, especially any university that is part of the WUI program, because they will give you the best discount on going to college. Because what other, it's really cool. What other place will give you a $15,000 discount on something? So it's a pretty cool discount. And yeah, like everyone said, you know, the admissions process is now becoming fairly simple. And so make sure that you're contacting us. It is no longer hard. Like I said, I hope we're not intimidating. We're here to help you through this. We're here to help you, right?
The myth I would like to debunk is that, you know, all of your prospects are not over if you don't get into your dream school. There are plenty of people that started at community college, transferred to a four-year school. There's so many different ways to earn a college degree. So if you don't get into that top of your list Ivy League school or something like that, that's fine. You're gonna find perfect schools that match you based on plenty of other attributes. So don't get down and just contact all the colleagues on this page and other schools, and you're going to find the right fit.
Definitely agree with everything there. I will reiterate the financial aspect though. For different reasons, there are the sticker prices that just about no one pays. As I said in my presentation, you actually can't be accepted to our school unless you have the $15,000 scholarship anymore. So every single person gets that at minimum, and some get double that just on the start. So definitely lots of options, not just from us, but also from outside sources to help you pay for college. You never know what fun, different scholarships are out there for you too.
Thank you all. Great advice. And thank you, students and parents, for joining us. When you close the window, there's going to be a quick 5-question survey. We appreciate any feedback you might have. Sign up for more sessions. As I said, this is just one of the many available, and a recording will be available at strivescan.com/COSI. Thanks everyone, and have a great rest of your evening.